Hello, sweet friends. Welcome back. And this is my 20-week update. And I've got 3 new recipes to share with you today. And while I'm doing some cooking, we'll talk a little bit about my progress that I'm making on my health journey. In today's video, we're starting out with the keto chicken fritters. My husband and I love these. I will link the recipe below, but I'm going to show you because I always tweak a recipe to something that we like and not necessarily just go by the recipe, but the general directions of each recipe. So instead of the cloves, I'm using the minced garlic because it's about the same thing. And this chicken shredder gadget that I got for Christmas from my daughter. And it shreds up this chicken and it just does a wonderful job. And it's so easy to clean. Just take apart all of the pieces and put them in the top rack of your dishwasher, and they clean up and ready for the next use. But I'm using all of the ingredients on this recipe, mixing all the dry ingredients in, and then although you may double this, in any of my recipes that I talk about that it calls for an egg, even if you double the recipe, just continue to use the 1 egg or the amount that the recipe is calling for. You don't add extra eggs when you double or triple the recipe. But my husband and I love this chicken fritters. It gives that little bit of crunch, and I fry them. And you can use the extra virgin olive oil, or you can use the avocado oil, but you want to be sure and fry them in something that is keto friendly. So let's talk about my weight a little bit. The majority of my weight that I've lost in the last 20 weeks was the first week. I lost 10 pounds. That was probably a lot of fluid on my body. But what I have found, I'm not an active person. I'm very sedentary. I do a lot of sewing in the wintertime, and I'm just not a very active person. I don't exercise. I don't like to exercise. So therefore, the majority of my weight is just been that first week. But I am making some progress. I will lose 2 to 4 ounces of my weight each week. So although I'm not a very active person, now if I was, I would lose a lot more. But I think it's a lot healthier to lose the weight slowly than to lose it so fast. Because I did have the sleeve surgery back in 2014, and it did work for a little while. Now, is it beneficial to me now after being, 10 years later? It really is, because I still don't eat a lot of food. I can eat maybe 3 to 4 ounces of meat and a little bit of veggies, and that's about it. So it's not that I eat a lot of food, it's just that I'm not a very active person. But losing the 2 to 4 ounces a week is still added up to some weight, because my goal, and I'll show you my goal here in just a minute. Now my goal on this chart is 155 pounds, and I use this chart on Carb Manager. You can find that app in your app store and download that. Now I used to keep track of all of my carbs, but we have got rid of everything in our house and we do low carb everything. So therefore, whatever we are cooking in our home, I no longer have to keep track of that, because having the meals that we have prepared over the months, we pretty much know we're not going over that 20 carb limit daily. And most of the time it was even lower than that, and that includes having my coffee. Now I'm going to put a little bit of this olive oil. I'm going to break in here, put a little bit of this olive oil on a plate, so that once this is all mixed up, Larry will put a little bit of the oil on his hands so that the food doesn't stick to his hands, and it's so easy to make them into patties. Do the same thing when I'm making homemade meatballs or chicken fritters, tuna fritters, anything you're going to mix up with your hands. If you put a little bit of this olive oil on them, it keeps the food from sticking to your hand, and it actually flavors it a little bit, I think. After adding all of the ingredients in the large bowl, Larry is going to mix this up, and then he's going to mix it up some more, because you want it to really all sort of mesh together. And here he's using a little bit of the olive oil on his hands, so that when he grabs this, it's not going to be all sticky on his hand. And he's going to make these into probably about 3-inch diameter patties, and no thicker than maybe a half an inch. Adding about 2 tablespoons of oil to my skillet. I'm going to go ahead and put all of the patties in, and you want to make sure that that's is a little bit hot, ready to start sizzling. So I'll put all the patties in there, and then I will turn the heat, leave the heat up on medium, and I will cover it, because if you don't cover it, the cheese in these fritters will start popping and cracking and just really making a mess. So I do cover it. So I really don't want to move these around a whole lot. I want to put them in the skillet and let them brown on one side. And before I take the lid off, I do want to turn the burner back down, because when you take the lid off, they're going to be sort of popping and cracking, and it will pop on you because of that cheese. So make sure you turn that burner down before you take the lid off. Flip them over once they get brown, and that crunchiness on it is just so good, you guys. And these are so good that we don't even use any kind of sauce with them. But if I was recommending a sauce for these, the low carb J. Hughes Yum Yum sauce is really good with these chicken fritters. But they're so good that we just eat them by themselves. And once they are browned, just take them off of the heat and let them cool, and serve them as is. We just love these. This next recipe is tuna fritters, another one of our favorites. I don't change too much about this recipe. We do like the sharp cheddar. You can use the mild cheddar if you like it in this recipe. And we triple it. But one thing we don't triple in the recipe is the egg. We still use the 1 egg. We use 3 cans of tuna instead of 1. And we do triple the cheese. And I do think that the kosher salt makes this recipe, so don't leave it out. Be sure and add that because I fixed it with it and without, and it made a difference to me. Go ahead and whisk up the egg before mixing it in with the tuna and the cheese. The tuna is draining, and Larry is also taking a spoon, making sure all of the water is out of the tuna. You want that tuna as dry as it can be. And then you're just going to put all of your ingredients in a large bowl and mix it up very, very well. And again, here is a little bit of olive oil on a plate for Larry to use on his hands, so that by using this olive oil, it doesn't stick to his hands while he's making the patties. Just make these patties into about 3-inch diameter by no thicker than a 1/2 inch. You can make them a little thinner if you want, but just keep in mind the thicker they are, more of the tuna and the cheese, but they're going to cook all the way through. Preparing my skillet with 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. I start out with 2. If I need to add a little more as they're cooking, I do. And I'm going to place these patties in that hot butter, and you're going to see them start to sizzle. You don't want to move them around too much in the skillet. You want them to cook and get a little bit of that crunchy from the cheese on one side, and they'll brown really well before you start flipping them over. You also may want to put a lid on these, because with that cheese and that hot butter, it will splat all over you. Before you take the lid off, be sure and turn the heat down and wait a few minutes before you take the lid off, so that all that cheese doesn't splatter out on you and burn you. But you can see how brown and crunchy these are getting, and it has that little bit of crunch, and we absolutely love these. And we do triple the recipe because this is a complete dinner meal for us. And we do love this Frisch's tartar sauce. It has no sugar in it, and it's low carb. You ever get a hankering for something sweet? This is what this is all about. Now, this is some of the items that I'm using for these keto candy pecans. I buy the pecan halves, and also have some brown sugar. You can get that in the Truvia or the Swerve. And Larry likes the Truvia brown sugar blend, but I like this one better. We usually will just fix whichever one we can find at the store we're shopping at. But I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of butter and put in a saucepan and start melting that down. And then I'm going to link this recipe in the description box below. Now, the recipe I'm sharing with you calls for a few more ingredients, but this is the way that I fix mine. 2 tablespoons of butter in my saucepan. I will add about 2 handfuls. I think it's probably about a cup and a half of pecan halves. And then my brown sugar is, I think I use about half a cup of the brown sugar, and I put it on the heat and let it all melt. While you're cooking this, go ahead and turn your oven to 350 degrees, because once this is all mixed up, you're going to pour it out on this parchment paper, put it in the oven for 10 minutes, and bring it out. You're going to let it cool, and then you can store it away as a snack for later. We absolutely love this. It's keto friendly, and I can usually only eat about 5 because all the protein in these pecans is pretty filling. But when we want that something sweet to snack on, this is what we do, and it has not compromised our weight loss in any way. And it's just a healthier benefit than having all of that sugar. When the 10 minutes are up, bring them out, let them cool, and then the next thing you're going to do is break them up because it is become like a one big piece of hard candy, and I just break it up and then store it away, and we have a snack for almost a week. It's not every day that we want something sweet, but when we do, we can go get a few of these, and it definitely helps with those sweet cravings when you have those. A lot more healthier too. And this is just one of the items that we have found that we love. So these recipes are new to us, and we wanted to share them with you guys today because even if we were not doing keto, these would be something that we would fix just because we love them. I hope that I have inspired you in some way to be a little more healthy.